Hi garden friends, this is Heather McLean, and today we're going to have a chat about using sustainable landscaping practices and how to use the principles of Xeriscape in your garden to save you water and time and resources with your garden design. A lot of my clients are really looking to build and develop gardens that can take care of themselves, because we all have really busy lives now. And also we want to conserve our natural resources of water and also the energy that goes into maintaining a traditional landscape. So we're looking for principles that we can put into practice that will really help us have a beautiful, thriving garden without as much effort. Now, Xeriscape design principles don't mean zero water. That's one of the kind of common thoughts, is that it means rocks and cactus and that you have to have a terribly pointy, sharp, and dry garden to have a Xeriscape garden. That's not true at all. Xeriscape are 7 principles of design, one of which incorporates how we manage the irrigation that we apply to the garden. Now, you can water by hand, which can be very effective. You can also use drip irrigation, and there are some very clever strategies we call hydrozoning, where you move plants of the same type of water usage together. Perhaps the lowest part of the property would be where you would put your more thirsty plants, and up in the higher, windier, more arid parts of your property is where you would put your dry plants. Even if your property seems very flat, there are still microclimates where wind and temperatures can vary, and thinking about all of those things when you design your garden can help you to save water. Another important factor to consider is the soil. Every garden's soil composition is different. Every property, even next door to each other, varies again with those microclimates. So doing a soil test is always recommended, or at least digging down and seeing what your soil is made of. Here in Central Texas, there are plenty of places where we can't dig down. It's actually solid rock. So in those cases, we want to build the soil, maybe with some imported soil we bring in that has been made from compost and local soil in other parts of the area. Where you're watching this video, you may have luscious, wonderful soil like some of my friends in Atlanta who have great soil. But you want to consider what type of soil you have and what irrigation is going to be most appropriate for that soil. Another thing is, a Xeriscape principle is mulch, and mulch is applied for basically 2 reasons: to cool the soil and to help with evaporation. It can also help a little bit with suppressing weeds, but the truth is weeds are weeds and they get going where they want to get going. Mulch is more beneficial when it is an organic mulch that can break down. Again, a lot of people have a misconception that Xeriscape gardens have rocks, and rocks can actually raise the soil temperature as much as 10 degrees and impact the root zone of mature trees and plants in the area. So before you consider rocks as your mulch, you can also consider pine straw, bark mulch, decomposed granite, even sand, different types of materials that will break down and amend the soil and benefit it over time. Probably the most infamous of all the Xeriscape principles is the idea of the elimination of turf grass. Lawn gone. But the truth is, it's really not about eliminating all turf grass. It's about reducing it and reducing the amount of maintenance that you need to put into your home or residential garden. So when you're considering lawn, there are a lot of different ways that you can make it so that it uses less resources. I personally really like the green area, especially for a family or if you have pets. So I don't think that every Xeriscape garden is going to have a lawn, but when they do, we manage the size of it and we manage the amount of maintenance needed. So I hope you've enjoyed this little chat about Xeriscape design. And if you're interested in learning more about any of the principles, please check back. We're going to be posting more detailed videos in the future. And remember, goodness grows.